Let's look at customizing the workspace in 3ds Max. Basically, I want to simplify the interface and remove some of these screen elements and only bring them up when I need them. And the first one I'll turn off is the ribbon up here. It's called the modeling ribbon. I can show it once again by clicking on this button to show the full ribbon, and that will maximize the ribbon. But I actually want to hide it completely, and there's a button on the main toolbar for that, Show Ribbon. So click that to hide the ribbon, and that'll actually speed up the interface a little bit. On the left, we have a couple more panels that we're not going to be using just yet, so I'm going to hide those as well. On the very far left, we have the Viewport Layout tabs toolbar, and we can hide that by right-clicking on the textured bar at the very top of that toolbar. Hover your mouse on that bar that says Viewport Layout tabs, right-click, and from that pop-up menu, we can show or hide any of the various toolbars or panels. And Viewport Layout tabs is listed at the very top because that's the one that we clicked on. So I'll turn off that checkbox to hide that particular panel. Next to that, we've got the Scene Explorer. And that is a very useful tool, but I don't want to have that visible all the time. And I also want to be able to turn it on and off with the click of a button. And there actually is a button on the main toolbar for that, and it's called Toggle Scene Explorer. But when we click on that button, we'll see something a little bit strange. We actually get another Scene Explorer. And as I move that around, it's trying to dock to various parts of the interface. I'm just going to leave it as a floating window for the moment. The Scene Explorer over here that's currently docked is a so-called Global Scene Explorer, and its settings are stored in the 3ds Max program settings. And this one that I just launched is a so-called Local Scene Explorer, and its settings are stored in the particular scene file. Well, practically speaking, it really doesn't matter whether you're using a global or local Scene Explorer, and the ability to show or hide that panel with this button really overrides everything else. So I'm going to hide this global Scene Explorer by right-clicking on its textured bar and turning off Scene Explorer. And then I'll dock this one over here to the far left side, and now I have the ability to turn that on or off from the click of a button, so that's super useful. Turn that back off again. When I'm happy with a layout or workspace, I can prevent any further changes to it. I don't want to accidentally drag the interface around and dock things when I don't want to. I can go into the Customize menu and choose Lock UI Layout. And now I actually can't click and drag and move any of those panels around. However, I can still show or hide things. For example, I can right-click on the textured bar above the command panel and hide that command panel. I can bring it back in numerous ways. One is to right-click on another textured bar, such as the one on the main toolbar. I can bring that command panel back. We can also turn certain interface elements on or off from within the Customize menu. We've got the ability to go into ShowUI and turn some of those things on or off. The last thing I want to do to customize the interface is to hide this element here, which is called the ViewCube. And I believe it's kind of problematic because it does things to your viewport sometimes without your intention, and basically it often causes more problems than it solves. There is a menu item here in Views under ViewCube to disable the ViewCube, but unfortunately that setting is not necessarily sticky for the next session of 3ds Max. If you turn it off here, it may turn itself back on again. But there is a way to turn it off permanently by going into Views, Viewport Configuration. In the Viewport Configuration dialog, go to the ViewCube tab and turn off Show the ViewCube and click OK. And now the ViewCube won't come back the next time we launch the application. And I can exit the program now, and when I do that, this layout or workspace will be stored automatically. If you want, you can store it manually. From the Workspaces pull-down list, you can go into Manage Workspaces and click the button labeled Save Default State, and that just explicitly stores your current workspace for the next session of 3ds Max. That's how to make changes to the workspace in 3ds Max, and in this case, how to strip it down to simplify it.